Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Ravens are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Jags offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Time with Johnson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On play action, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Now a play fake, Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Koamisi in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And some room to work. Elliott a first down and more. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big run that time by Elliott. 48 yards. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And he's able to put it through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down, Cousins. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Green, the tight end, in motion. Now Brady. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Twisting away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing, Cousins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Play action now. Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Cousins now on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest holds for the third most in a single year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kenny Clark able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They'll look to set up his blockers. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Brady now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Let's go, let's go.
Green, the tight end, in motion. Here's Brady, escaping the pressure right. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Play fake. Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They go play action. Cousins. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, Alabama, 51! 220, 52, go! 51, check 26.
On first down, Brady. He's letting this one go for 4. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. A swing pass caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Ravens. 55 yards.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Ravens are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Jags offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 2nd down, Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go.
And some space here. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft. Free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity?
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Shift together here from the D-line.
Flex round. Let's go.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hey, double tight, guys, double tight.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Wait, 20. 52.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball is going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Now Johnson, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play action situation coming up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. Looking long for West. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the 2-point conversion coming up. So they're going to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now out come the Jags. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Cousins on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football.
That's how we do it.
Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. On third down, Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This is taken around the 12. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Brady to throw on second down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And ready now for second and 9. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Look at the dance and the juke. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Now they'll throw with Brady. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On second down, Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ezekiel Elliott, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Cousins to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Brady going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jaguars getting set to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So we're at half. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. They go to Elliott again. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Easy.
On the counter, Elliott. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hey, check it. 72.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And
it.